Evelyn.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Is it real that the boy's child is threatening the species in terms of learning, in terms of development? Is it real?
Well, it wouldn't be so much about learning. It would be so much about how development from the day that child is born and growing up. So the society expects too much from this boy, and no enough training has been done on him. No much attention has been given to the boy.
Why so? Because schools are open. In fact, if in my thinking, maybe I'm wrong, boys are still given preference when it comes to many things.
Like maybe what you do when you talk about privileges, like which privileges are you talking about?
Like going to school. Why the fact to show that the boy child is neglected?
Even before.
What are the statistics?
Let's say right now when you speak about the boy today, when the boys are born, they are expected to be just like it used to be in the past. They're expected to be warriors, the gatekeepers. They're supposed to be in charge, but there's nobody to teach them on how they can go and be in charge of their families or where they come from. So when it comes to school, always, like most of the boys we interact with, most of them tell us the parents prefer when the girl child goes to school because they believe the boy child can work for himself and fend for himself. They call themselves hustlers. They don't have that kind of protection, that kind of love that they expect from their families. They are known to be tough people, but there's nobody to teach them the toughness.
You see, to me it looks like a contradiction in Kenyan society. Here we are saying the boy child is under threat, and we are giving statistics about that. Yet we are doing affirmative action to get women into power, into business, into politics. Isn't it a contradiction? How come below there they are not anywhere, but up there they are there?
That is the belief in the society. That's where they have placed it. There's so much that needs to be done about the society because they have not allowed the boys to believe in themselves. They automatically want them to believe in themselves. When we come to power, women, even today, even though I stood up and I said, I want to be president of this country, you find so many people judging me. They still have this notion about who the place of a boy is, where the place of a girl is. They're still so judgmental. And now what is happening to the youth? They have bought in to their judgmentals. They have been judged and they have believed themselves so.
So what is it that your organization, Rudi Usome, Kenya, what does it do? What is it that you are supposed to be doing for the boy child?
Rudi Usome Kenya is a network of counselors, psychiatrists from all over the country. We've covered, I would say, all counties. What we do, we get in, we are fighting in for psychological competence for the boy child. Unlike the girl child, people are so used to giveaways. Give always pads, give worth from poor families. But for the boy child, it becomes a bit tricky. Even as we work, as we move out to work and advocate for the boy child, it becomes very hard for us because people, the society, they imagine when you want to talk about help, you want to talk about giving, soap, giving. That can be a part of it, but there's that psychological competence that somebody needs to work out his moves, to know, like, if you have nothing to stand for, you can just fall for anything. That's what Rudi Usome Kenya is trying to fight. We are trying to fight for the mental competence of a boy child so that they can be able to make personal decisions about their lives, about how they can go on about themselves without literally anybody trying to follow them from behind. Like, you see what's going on. The last time the president ordered that all the liquor and everything had to be poured down, but that's not still a solution. These boys are still stuck. They need help because you'll not ask an addict to just stop taking that alcohol. That person dies. So many of them have died. They need to be prepared psychologically that this is what they are doing to make a personal decision for them to be better people. And this can only happen through guiding and counseling.
You said you are in how many counties?
47 counties.
You are in 47 counties?
Yeah, we're in
the
47.
entire country.
We are in the entire. We are more than 4,000. We are more than 4,000 councillors. But even you realize, Mr. Njau, when we are trying to get out and help these boys, even for free as volunteers, to get somebody to sponsor you, to even go to the school and talk to the students, and go to maybe even universities, talk to them. nobody seems to touch base with the boy-child thing. We are facing a lot of challenges on that. Nobody wants to come out, and not really, and I wouldn't blame them too much. They don't understand what is this thing that you want to do for the boy-child.
Who are these who are calling? They don't understand.
I'm talking about stakeholders who can come up in terms of the government personnel. The other day we interacted with the Professor Kaimenyi. He's a bit positive about moving in, but not yet. We are not yet there. We want to be able to get out and help our boys through guiding and counseling.
But you have sent your 4,000 counselors.
Yes.
In the entire country.
Yes.
Give us the program that you have. Do you have some written stuff that with the curriculum, with syllabuses, with age groups?
Yes.
Explain to us how it happens.
What happens about how we go about our issues, we talk differently to different age groups. The way I'll speak to that pupil in primary school, that's not the same way I'll speak to the one who is in the university or in the secondary schools. So there's different age limit about our counseling, how we go about it.
I don't get it, because what you are talking about is enormous. It's major.
Yeah.
The need is major.
Yes.
You must have some structures under which you operate.
Yeah.
I would like you to explain the structures. Say, for instance, you say in terms of geography, we have covered this area. In terms of ages, we have covered this age. Or we you have, for instance, I talked about the people who take alcohol, the ones that demolish. So that could not be an area of attention. Those are not boys. Those are grown-ups who are married. Some of them are married. Some are young, yes. But I thought your main concern is about school-going people.
It's about basically not school going, and school going, any age goes to school. And then when you talk about you imagine the people maybe who are taking the drugs, maybe alcoholics, they're grown-ups. Yesterday I was meeting some boys as young as 11, 12, they are doing drugs. There's no age about alcohol, alcoholism, and the drug substance abuse, the one that they are using right now. Like the first place, the initial places that I've gone to Kisii County, most of the schools. Then I've gone to Githurai, I've gone to Nairobi, the Disaster Rescue Center at Adams. I'm planning to go. We are planning to go there as an organization to do some kind of mentoring to the boys in that rescue center. So when we talk about age and other things, age these days as early as 10, 11 years, they are doing drugs. As early as the boys I was meeting yesterday is 17. He has 3 kids. He stepped out of school when he was in class 8. So it's not, this drug alcohol thing is not about age. It's about individuals who have been brought up differently.
What I'm trying to get you to tell me is that you are 4,000 people.
Yes.
It looks to me as if you have no systematic way of doing things, that is haphazard.
No,
if there is a systematic, you tell me this. We have, say for instance, give an ideal county, like Nairobi.
Yes.
What have you done, or what's the program for Nairobi, for instance?
What we have perfectly done is Kisii County, we have gone to schools. Nairobi, we are coming to Nairobi this time. What is holding us back? We have got our systems ready. What is holding us back is facilitation. We have not been able, what we have been doing member contributions, which is not enough for us to do things. So what we're doing...
coming to that, how do you finance yourselves?
We do member contributions,
yes.
And then we are trying to do proposals for different organizations. I spoke to Mr. Mtuzo sometime to consider us to get in according to the addicts and alcoholics, even in one county to sponsor us. We don't have any kind of sponsoring, but we have the ready systems ready to work. That's why we are fully fetched in different counties. So when we get facilitation, let's say we are going to Kisii, we go there as a group and deal with them. But we don't have facilitation. That's why our systems are failing. That's why whatever proposal that we have is still hanging and pending. We cannot move.
There must be other organizations that deal with the boy child. Are you giving them competition? Are you coordinating? Are you... What's your relationship with others? Say Mandela Wanaume.
Okay, I've tried to talk to them. Mandela Wanaume, basically, I don't know whether it's the competition aspect. I wouldn't say that. but we have tried so much. I wouldn't say it's a competition, but there's still a mix-up of between what organizations have been doing for the girl child. They expect to replicate that because it's a bit complex when you deal about the boy child. The boy child, what we are trying to do is to make them use their resources, their talents within themselves. So people, the society is a bit confused. What is this you want to do for the boy child? Because they know, like the girls, they are given sanitary pads, soap, pants, what have you. They expect that is what our organization is doing. They don't understand that we are just moving in to give them psychological competence, to make them beat them and use the resources within themselves to help themselves.
So what structure are you using? I will go back to the same question. Are you going to homes? Are you going to schools? Are you going to church?
What we do, right now, basically, we are doing schools. Even the alcoholism that is going on and the drug addicts, all of them start from high school, primary school. That's where they start. So we are equipping we are equipping even the teachers, because we are not going to be able to be there, because guiding and counseling, I cannot come counsel you today. In 2 hours you are okay. You need like 6 months for you to come back to your own self. So we are equipping, we are mentoring the teachers, their own teachers. We are trying to strengthen the counseling department of schools so that they can support these children. They are with them throughout. They can be with them, follow-ups and other things. But now that is not taking place, because there is that role confusion. There is that role confusion that is taking place that I think needs to be fixed for us to get rolling in a smoother way. Apparently, we just want to deal with schools, partly universities.
I think you're getting to too much which you cannot complete. You can't start from primary school to secondary to university to outside. To me, it looks like there's
What is your honest opinion about it? Because you can be also a part of what you can tell us to uplift our agenda.
That you have no structures. I'm insisting on this because the problem is major. It needs to be tackled in a systematic manner. But it looks to me as if you have no system of doing it.
We have.
Which is what? I'm telling you, give me an ideal situation like, say, the Kisii place we're talking about. Tell me, in Kisii, you have gone to a teacher's college or for instance, when you say you are counseling teachers,
yes.
In what form? In what way? According to what system? How do you get the teachers together to teach them about counseling, which actually they should have done in college?
Now, what I would like to tell you, let me start by what we have been doing. What we do, we arrange with the schools, the principals of schools, the headmasters. We arrange for, let's say, from Friday or Saturday and Sunday, we hold workshops in schools to speak to the people, to speak to the students. That is what we have been doing.
To take to the students or to the teachers? Which is which?
If we are going to speak to the students, we don't speak with them and the teachers. We have these structures of, if we are speaking to the students, we go there 2 days, we speak to the students. We go there for follow-ups later. We don't deal at a go. We want to speak to teachers, we want to speak to the students, we want to speak to everyone. Right now, as I told you, we are not yet talking to teachers. Now we are talking to the students. We're talking to the students and the pupils only in schools. We are trying to find out and trying to partner with the counseling department. These days schools, they have got counseling departments. When they have those counseling departments, what is the weakness, what we have realized in those counseling departments, the people who are participating there, they are not very well equipped. Like, you know, you will do like one unit in university about counseling, like guiding and counseling as a teacher. That is not intense as per what we have done. What we do, we try and reinforce after speaking. Now, the department, usually in counseling, there are usually 2 or 3 teachers in each school. So what we do, we empower them with the latest concepts about counseling and the mindset of the students, the current students. You know, you may get this person was in school sometime, and now what is going on with our children? You know, what you expect a class 7 or a form 2 to do, it's now getting different. The mindset is getting different and corrupted. So we equip them apart from talking to the students, we equip the counseling department for them to go on making follow-ups on them, for them to see the signs on how to go about the guiding and counseling in schools. That's what we are doing right now. We are not yet on the teachers. We are on the pupils and students.
So what is the budget?
Our budget, it depends. Like Kisii County is a very big county. It depends on how many schools we are going to, how many days we're going to be there. Yes.
You say you got your money through...
our member contributions.
That's not much.
No, that's not much. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes we get into we dig deeper into our pockets. We get loans. Like me, I got a loan because I had something I was hosting. I tried to call in like people who can assist. They cannot, because people are still...
Do you want to take a loan to do some charity work?
It's my passion to do so, Mr. Njau. It's my passion to boost the boy child. I pay through my other businesses, through my other means. I don't just wake up to say like this is what I do. I'm doing this as what can I say? It's a passion I have for the boy child. I'm a mother of 2 boys. Remember?
4,000 people. Financing 4,000 people is...
I don't finance those. Let's say we are going to Kisii. You know, these councillors, they are in different counties.
And how do they get themselves? You may volunteer and get a loan.
Yeah.
Somebody in Wundanyi, why would they want to do that?
You know that I'm not saying that all of them are taking loans to do that. I am the CEO of the organization. When I see there is need, we try and mobilize ourselves and the councillors in that county. When we mobilize them, we wouldn't get councillors from Mombasa to go to Kisii to counsel. We use the resources within as a way of reducing costs. Like you will wake up from your house, go counsel and come back. So the only person who will have traveled, it is me.
How long has this organization been in existence?
Actively 4 years. Initially when we started it like 7 years ago, I was dealing with eradication of teen pregnancies. And then in between I realized even the boy child was a bit involved also in it, because we cannot say it's the girl, it's the boy. Both of them, they need to be aware of themselves. They need to have self-identity.
So what's your projection for the 1 year? What do you expect to do?
What I expect to do, I'm just hopeful that somebody will step in to our rescue, and then we can be able to maybe spread out our agenda smoothly.
Many organizations, NGOs like yours, are accused of being briefcase.
Oh yeah.
That you want to raise money, and you don't account for it. There is nobody to account. Whom do you account for your money to?
But
if I give you my million bob now today, how do I know you used it?
I'll account it back to you. You give me your money, I'll have to tell you how I've spent it. I use my money, I'll have to tell myself how I've used it.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope you have made your point, and I hope people will come and assist you.
You have to start that. I want you to start that helping.
Probably. From now, let's go and listen to the music in the other studio. Some saga.